Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once more. In this particular video guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to go about the cutting and sewing of this lovely silhouette dress with a beautiful designer's patch pockets with a, how will I describe it? Okay, you can already see the design. Okay, so I got my inspiration from this beautiful picture here. I really love the dress. It's just so simple and classic. So I decided to make something like this for those of you that might be finding it difficult to go about and you love the style. So try to tag along with me to the end of this video, okay? And if you know that you're not hit the subscribe button yet and turn on notification bell, please do well to do so because you don't want to keep missing my other videos. And also check out my other videos. Keep the description box, you're going to see other links to my other videos. All right. So guys, I'm making this beautiful dress with this lovely Ankara fabric. This fabric is so nice. I love Ankara fabrics. So before I move into the video proper, I'm going to just give you a little tip on how to go about removing stickers like this from Ankara. I usually make use of my sewing machine oil. That is so that after removing it, it will not be having that stickiness on it, you understand? So I'm going to apply the sewing machine on the body like this, just from the back side like this. I'm going to apply it all over the part I know where the sticker is gummed at and gummed on. I'm going to be applying it, then I'm going to iron it from that same back without adding water. Don't add any water, so just go ahead and iron it dry and peel it off. Please kindly ignore the noise in the background. Okay, so my shoulder measurement, I've divided it by 2 and I added 0.5, that is 8.5, and that is what I'm doing. I'm bringing it down, up and down, and I'll just go ahead and connect it just like this already, as you can see, making sure that it's equivalent 8.5. And then I'm getting the midway of the 8.5 and I'm coming out 1 inch on the side like this. Follow exactly what I'm doing. Okay, you're going to be able to get yours. So extending the lines, and then I got my bust point, which is 10 inch, and I'm going to join it. And then I got my waistline. Okay, my neck, I'm going for my neck first of all, and after my neck I'm going 4 by 4. Okay, 4 depth and 4 wide. That is how I'm going for my neck, and after that I'll curve it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my shoulder slant, which is 1 inch, and I'll go ahead and curve my armhole. Please ignore the noise in the background. Okay, please, I don't know how to do away with that noise right now. So the next thing I'm doing right now is my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inch. So this 2 inch includes the ease allowance and the joining allowance. Okay, so that is what I did here. I'm going to be using 1 inch to join it. So I'm coming down, I came down 16 inch for my waist. That is what you're seeing now. And then I came down from the 16 inch 8 inch for my hip. I usually like taking it like this because it helps me get an accurate work. So then for my waist, for my hip, I divided 4 inch and I added the same 2 inch. Then for the waistline, I didn't add 2 inch. I divided it by 4, added 1 inch, and an extra 1.5. So in other words, for the waist, I added like 3.5. Okay, so because the waist is not supposed to go with the same shaping. Remember, this is a free dress, okay? But you don't want the waist to be so different from it. You want to have a little shape. So that is just what I did here. So I'm going ahead to connect this. Please, what I have on the hip point, the same measurement is what I applied on the hem. That is what I brought down. So I'm cutting out, guys. It's as simple as this, as simple and very simple as this. So the next thing I'm doing right now, I'm going to do after this is to cut the back. So I'm taking out my shoulder slant. It seems like my noise finally ended. So guys, this is the hem. This is how it looks like. I added extra 2.5 for my hemming allowance on the down part, so you can add yours 2.5 or 3 inch depending on what you want to hem. Okay, so this is my shoulder slant. So the next thing I'll do now after that is, after I get my back, remember I told you I'm not cutting on my neckline till I use it and get the back. So now I'm through with that, and then this is my facing, which I've already cut out. So this one is for my back facing already. I've already cut out the back, and you can see how it's looking. I came down by 1 inch on the back. That is for the neck of the back. I came down by 1 inch. So what I want to show you here right now again is, in case you don't like facing that has this kind of look, you want it to have that kind of curvy facing, like facing kind of, just go ahead and use your chalk and curve it like this and cut it out. Okay, so it's just going to have that facing look. Okay, so just curve it like this, and that is it. But normally I use it just this way, the way I cut it. I'm okay with it like that, so that is how I'm going to use this. So the next thing now is, guys, I've already ironed my satin. So this is the satin that I'm using to apply the style I want to apply on this. Okay, so what I did, I'm going to be using 2.5. That is the width I'm using for this, and then my full dress measurement. So what I did is I cut out 3.5. Okay, so 3.5. So I folded in half inch by ironing. So as you can see, if you see the way it's looking already, it's already ironed down by ½ inch on both sides. And after that, I have 2.5 left. Okay, so guys, this is my pocket, and this is how I'm just going to take my time to explain to you how I went about this pinning and ironing, because I have to make use of the opportunity. I have to iron this as fast as possible to save my time. So now this is what I did. I'm going to remove all these pins so that I will explain better to you, so that you understand this part. Okay, so you can equally use your ruler to rule this. Okay, but I just wanted to use a one fabric and do this work. I don't want double fabric. So you can see this straight line I ruled here. From that line is where my curve for this pocket starts. So I went ahead to fold it like this. Just look at where I'm directing it. I want to place it in the way that you can see clearly. So I place it like this, exactly like this on the line. Make sure it's folded on the line, and then do the same on the other side and iron, and then bring this one in. Make sure you are working with measurements here, and then took this one by the side and then place it like this, and I ironed it. So that is what I did, and I got this. Okay, so you can as well try to apply yours depending on how you want your pocket to be curved. Okay, so now for the pocket cover, I'm not going to use the same method. I'm going to be using chalk. So you can use the same chalk method on the main pocket too. The reason why I did the other one on the main pocket is because the pocket is just one fabric. This one is double. So you can see how I ruled it with a chalk. That is what I'm going to be sewing on that point I've ruled. So after I sew that, I'll trim it out, and I will go ahead and fold it in and turn it out, okay, to the front side. So from there, the side I marked bad, I am not going to be sewing there. So guys, so I'll go ahead and get my under bust measurement. Okay, my under bust measurement is 13.5. I'm going to be adding 0.5 to it, making it 14 inch. The reason for that is for the half I'm taking out from the shoulder. So when I do it like that, I'll go ahead and mark a straight line like this, and I'm going to notch that point. The reason for this is to help us gauge the point where our pocket will start. This is very necessary. You don't want a work where you are just guessing the lines, and after sewing you end up looking at what you sew, as if one part is bent, the other part is straight. So I'm going to go ahead and notch this. Okay, let me get my scissors. My scissors is not close by right now. So I'm just going to notch it like this, and then that is it. So the next thing I'm doing now is by 4 inch, I'm taking out just for 4 inch. I'm taking in 4 inch from the middle. I'm marking it. I'm going to mark it all the way down for 4 inch. Remember this particular straight line style, it doesn't apply on top of the bust, so it just a little bit by the side of the bust. So 4 inch would do. Okay, so 4 inch is what I'm doing. Now when I want to place it, I'm not going to be placing it exactly on this 4 inch point. That is from the one of the shoulder, the one that will be affecting the neck. You see the way I placed it? Okay, the rest are going to be on the exact 4 inch line. I'm going to be sewing on that exact 4 inch line, but that particular one that is touching the neck part, I'm going to move it a bit like 0.3 out, because we are going to be stitching the neck. You don't want to sew this black into the neck. Okay, so I'm just giving space for it. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it down like this. The way you see me pin it exactly, that is how I'm going to be sewing it. You can see exactly how I pin this. So I'm going to be sewing it on both sides. You can decide to go ahead and sew this, maybe just sew it one side, fold it back, and anyhow you want to go about your sewing, but this way I made mine is quite okay. So guys, now you can see after that I'll place my pocket on that particular line, that place I notched. I'm going to come down from there by 1/2 inch. Okay, then I'll put my pocket and stitch. So after that I'll do the same thing on the back side. I'm going to be applying the same the black design on the back side too. So making sure I use the measurements I have. I want my work to be accurate. So guys, after joining, this is how it looks. Okay, I finished joining that part. Remember I told you, when joining the pocket, don't start on that exact point. Start from 1 inch, 1/2 inch below, so that the pocket cover can start from that exact point of the underbust. So what I'm doing now is I want to go ahead and I'm going to be joining. Okay, this part I almost forgot to show you. So you can see I've sewed this, I've already stitched it. So I'm going to use my scissors and trim it out. So after trimming it out, I'm going to fold it in very well. So at this particular juncture, you can decide how you want this. You can even get more stylish. You can decide that the pocket cover is going to be with the Ankara fabric part and not with the part of the satin. So it's your choice how you want it. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how you are going to be stitching this. So when I place it like this, make sure that both sides are equal, they are standing equally with each other. So I'm going to sew just 1/2 inch. Okay, so guys, please, I forgot to tell you, you can as well fold in your cover. Fold it, I mean the part where I did not fold, you can decide to still fold it in, so that it will have a more neater look after you've finished sewing. I myself, the fabric was not much enough for me again to fold, so I decided to leave it that way. So after that, I hope you understand what I explained. Okay, so this part, I mean the part where you are stitching now, the part where I pinned, you can decide to turn it in too, so that when you finish stitching it will come out looking very neat. Okay, so you can see the distance I left here. So I'm going to be sewing on that half. That is the half I told you to give gap. So the way I'm pinning it, that is how I'm going to sew it, and after that I'll go ahead and top stitch it. Okay, just top stitch it a little. So I will attach my facing and sew it. So guys, this is how it looks after I finish. I just top stitch it on the side, just so they are just tiny top stitch on the two sides, on the both sides. So I'm going to go ahead now and join the shoulder lines. You can see exactly how I'm placing this. That is how you're going to place yours too. So after that, I've already ironed the hem, so I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it all the way down, and equally do the same on the front side like this. And then I'm going to sew it by the side to stop on this point here, because I'm going to be attaching the sleeve on a straight. I'm going to attach the sleeve on a straight to finalize the work. Okay, so guys, this is the final outcome. Please, if you know you have not liked at all, liking or commenting, please do well to do so that other people can equally see this video. Thank you. Bye.